Primal Origin was released in May 2014. This set introduced the artifacts, an archetype of fairy monsters that could be set in the back row and benefit from being destroyed by card effects. Notable cards in this set include Artifact Scythe, Madolche Angeli, Majesty's Fiend, Sylvan Charity, and a powerful new rank 4 Exceed that allowed you to redirect targeting effects, Cairn Gorgon, Anti-Luminescent Knight. In this series, both Nyhmnim and myself will be opening 24 booster packs or one box of a core Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster set. We will build a deck and play a best 2 out of 3, and the winner will receive a small prize to upgrade their deck. However, in each episode, we will open another box of the next set that was released, moving in chronological order, constantly upgrading our decks before dueling each other at the end of each episode. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression series.
Welcome back, everybody. It's me in the winner's circle again, and it feels mighty fine, especially today, because today's Astral pack that we will be opening up if we spin it on the wheel is Astral Pack 4, and oh my god, is it a biggie. I'm sure Alex has a lot to talk about with Primal Origin today, so I'm going to spin the wheel and I'm going to see what we get. Hopefully it's those Astral packs, because if we get those Astral packs, we have the chance to pull some absolutely meta warping cards. Let's see what we get. Pretty easy, you know, it's those Astral packs. Astral Pack 4, baby. Let's take a look at it before we actually open it. So Astral Pack 4 is very, very interesting because a lot of the top end cards are absolutely bonkers, but also some of the common cards in here are super, super meta changing for me. The ultimate rares, all of them are already bonkers, you know, Maxi, Necro Valley, and especially Dandelion, a card that we didn't have access to before in the entire series because this was a jump promo. But now, if I can pull an ultimate rare Dandelion, I can use a banned card for the rest of the series. And Dandelion is, when it comes to plant monsters, it's pretty much the cream of the crop. Maxi, you know, being able to get a second one's not too bad either. A couple $100 in this card alone here. And then the Necro Valley is also just nice. I think it would be my third Necro Valley if I pulled the ultimate. As for supers, Alex would love those Blackwing upgrades. I'm sure he would. Most of the super rares aren't really anything too much to note. Soul Drain's like an okay card, but it's a rare. But the commons are really insane actually for me. Magical Merchant, I finally have a way to actually get some copies now, you know? Don't have to play the illegal deck anymore. Lone Fire Blossom especially. I didn't get any Lone Fire Blossom in Phantom Darkness. So if I could pull a common Lone Fire Blossom and a Dandelion, we're going to be playing Plant Rollers, and that deck was a meta deck. Fossil Dino is also a sick card that we didn't have access to before. I think it was a Secret Rare in Light of Destruction, but now we can get it as a common. And then Titano is also a pretty good plant monster as well. Some of the rest of the commons down here, Mavelus is okay as a level 4 for our win targets for Magical Scientist. Could actually play a card like Lightning Chidori. And, you know, you got things like Black Garden, Scrap Storm, and then, like, the Scrap Beast, which are okay. Those are okay cards, but the big ones we're looking for is, like, the Fossil Dino, the Lone Fire, and especially that Dandelion. If we can pull that Dandelion, we are living large, ladies and gentlemen. All right, 3 packs, Astral Pack 4. Perhaps more important than even the opening today. Can we get Dandelion, Lone Fire Blossom? That would be absurd. Please, please, will luck be with me. All right, pack number 1, ladies and gents. Let's see how lucky we get. Oh my god. Oh my god, I didn't expect to get that lucky off of pack 1. Dude, Dandelion! And Merchant! And Titanial! That's a hell of a pack, dude. If I can get one common Lone Fire Blossom in these last few, I think I'm just living the dream. Matt, Black Garden, and Break Draw. Not bad, not bad. Can we follow it up? Come on, Lone Fire in the last pack here. Ah, no Lone Fire, though. Bro, how would I get no Lone Fire? But I got Dandelion. Honestly, though, I think it's going to be too good to pass up, dude. I got an ultimate rare Dandy. That's fucking nuts, bro. No Lone Fire. We'll see how we make it work. Right, so that's pretty good opening so far, but let's see what Primal Origin has in store for us.
Okay, so maybe deciding to play Blackwings again in the last episode wasn't the best idea. I'm sorry, guys. It just really seemed like it was the move, and to be honest, I kind of got blown out by Painful Choice. I thought that play I did in the first game was pretty sick, though. It's unfortunate that it didn't actually kill him, but that's actually because I wasn't playing a specific card, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. For now, though, we are going to talk about Primal Origin, released in May 16th, 2014. This set actually has a lot of very good cards, both at high and low rarity, that Gage and I are going to be fiending for. It actually starts right here with our first card, Artifact Scythe. The Artifacts debut in Primal Origin, and they made a very big impact upon their release. Still seeing competitive play today, as a matter of fact, at least Scythe more specifically than others, but back then the Artifacts were huge. Continuing on along though, we have some Sylvan support. Sage Koya debuted in this set, which is a very big deal for these Sylvan archetypes. Some Ghost Trick stuff. Harume for Bujins was actually pretty big, but Traptrix Dionea is a very attainable rare that we could get in this set. We have two Murmelio, being able to bring back the Murmelio. Murmelio can pop a spell or trap, then overlay for a rank 4. That's pretty good. We also have Mecha Phantom Beast Lion in this set. This card is obviously banned for reasons much later on, but still a decent token producer. Maybe this will be relevant once we do actually in fact get to Link monsters in the progression series. I think one of the things I liked about Primal Origin was how many generic cards or just archetype specific cards it introduced, right? I mean, Madolche Angeli took Madolche to tier 1. We have Gladiator Beast, we have Dark World. Ancient Gear Box is actually a very decent common for some of those machine decks. We have Dawn Knight. Majesty's Fiend is a huge card. It is a secret rare, so it's very unlikely we will get it, but this could be a format defining card if we did pull a copy, so here's hoping that we do. Even the Xyz in this set are really strong. Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, but Ragna Zero comes in the rare slot, and this is one of the best generic rank 4s. When this card was first released, people were freaking out for how good this card is. So once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach an Xyz material from this card, then target a face-up attack position monster your opponent controls whose current attack is different from the original, destroy it, and if you do, draw one card. That is an insane effect on a rare monster, and this card made its way into plenty of extra decks. Even Rhapsody and Berserk comes in at the rare slot, and this card did also see competitive play because it was a rank 4 DD Crow that you could also equip to your Xyz to give it an extra 1200 attack after you banished your opponent's graveyard. Just some great utility all around. We've got Artifact Durandal, we've got Aurea, we have Bujinki Amaterasu, Phantom Fortress Enter Blathnir, even Care Gorgon. This is actually a very big one. It is a super, so it's not super likely we'll get it, but being able to redirect targeting effects is very powerful and made Corrigan very desirable. Artifact Ignition is also a big one because Gage nor I have access to Mystical Space Typhoon because we never pulled it, and so spell and trap removal has been very spotty in the progression series, but this is another shot at effectively an MST. It does require us to play artifacts in our deck, but you could just play one of the best ones that you open just to have access to a Mystical Space Typhoon. I think that is 100% worth it. And of course, we can't forget about Artifact Sanctum as well. Man, if we pulled Sanctum and a Morale Tack, that would just be crazy. It also punishes Gage. I guess it punishes me too because I have Heavy Storm, because if you pop this back row, you get to target a card on the field and destroy it. Card was just insane. Just a really cool set and a great way to really preface one of, if not the greatest set in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, being Duelist Alliance. This is actually something I've been looking forward to because there's just a lot of really good generic stuff in here. Before we get into it though, we do have to open our pity pack. We are now on Astral Pack 4, and by now you've probably already seen Gage pull from his packs, so now I have a chance to open here as well. Some good commons, some crazy hollows in this set, and so hopefully we can get rewarded pretty well. You know what? The Mavelus actually isn't terrible. This is a good magical scientist slash instant fusion target, so I'm kind of okay with this, even though the rest of this pack is kind of crappy. But let's go ahead and open 24 packs of Primal Origin.
All right, 24 packs Primal Origin. Alex has already told you all about it. Let's see how lucky we get in this set here. We've had some pretty good luck on our pulls for the last few episodes. Dandelion in the pack too. I think I'm going to find a way to squeeze that in with Spore and everything. It's got to be something possible there, man. Danny's just too good to pass up. Let's see what we get from Prio, baby. Pack number 1. Already the Ghost Story, man. It's a good day, bro. Bujinki Amaterasu. Not too bad. You know, it's not a bad card by any stretch of the mind, but being 3 level 4s, it's a little steep. We'll throw it to the collection, though. Not that bad. Noble Knights of the Round Table. I am not going to even bother talking about that. Look at that number 42 Galaxy Tomahawk. Very banned card right there. Very cool, but nah, Noble Knight support. Round Table wasn't good at all, dude. Wow. Wow, that's a pretty sick card, dude. The Rank Up Magic, the 7th one. This is that one gimmicky card where if you draw it, you reveal it, and then you can summon from your extra deck one number 101 or 107 from your extra deck. So you can, like, I don't even know if I have any targets. Alex has got Tachyon Dragon, which I'm pretty sure you can summon off this. But as for us, I don't think we have any targets. We don't have Silent Honor Arc or anything. Pretty gimmicky card. Definitely probably not going to play it.
24 packs of Primal Origin. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Duelist Alliance is next week. I am so hyped for that. That is going to be a blast, but we can't get ahead of ourselves. We have a lot of stuff planned for this episode. We shouldn't write this one off because Primal Origin, I think, is definitely one of the better sets we've had in a while. So let's go ahead and crack 24 packs and that's not a great start. Okay, things are starting to turn around. We got a Lucent Netherlord of Darkworld, which is whatever, but we got a copy of Traptrix Dianea. I would like to pull at least 2 of this. We have 2 Myrmilio to pair with it, and that would be a great way to kind of round out our Traptrix collection. 1 down, at least 1 more to go. Okay, that's a pretty good super rare too, right after the last one, Artifact Scythe. We also got a Ragna Affinity. It's not a Ragna Zero, unfortunately, but Scythe is pretty good. If we can nab ourselves a copy of Sanctum, that would be pretty nice. You know, Gage might splash in an artifact or 2 just to punish my Heavy Storm. I could really see him doing that. Another super rare, Tachyon Chaos Hole. It's a whole normal trap. When a face-up Galaxy Exceed, yeah, I'm done. Another super, I mean, we're getting a lot of super rares, but unfortunately, we're not getting the ones that I wanted. It's Sylvan Princess Sprout. We got an Xyz Universe, which this card is actually very good. I don't know if we'll ever use it, but we do have a way to be able to, so that's good. Something to consider for the side deck. I'm worried about this for Gage. Galaxy Tomahawk comes in this set. I don't really think he can do anything with it yet, at least until we get to Link Monsters, which then it'll get scary. But yeah, Dragon Rulers and Galaxy Tomahawk, that's a bit frightening.
Ragna Zero is a pretty good rare. Not too much to say about this pack other than that. Bolt Penguin, but Ragna Zero is kind of a nice generic level 4 there. Pretty good against Fire Fist back in the day. Unfortunately, neither of us are really playing Fire Fist. Noble Knight Extar. Yeah, that's another Noble Knight that we're just not going to bother looking at there. Didn't get any of the support in prior sets. Not going to consider it now either. Oh my god. Are you shitting me, bro? A second Amaterasu? Sylvan Sage Akoya. You know, that's a good ultra rare. And again, it pars with our Martial Leaf, but I still don't think we have enough to play the deck. We don't have Charity or anything, which Charity was released in the set. And Sylvan Charity was really what made the deck, like, absolutely bonkers. All right, last pack. Can I get anything good in the close here? This opening's been pretty disappointing. We've gotten some really sick pulls in the holos category, but none of them really beneficial for our strategy at the moment here. So it's going to be interesting to see what I'm able to change here. But I'm going to see if I can do anything with Dandelion. So let's dump this in the collection here and see what we can do.
Oh, this is like the God pack, at least for low rarity. We not only got a 103 Ragna Zero, we got a super rare Karen Gorgon Anti-Luminescent Knight. Our rank 4 pool has been pretty shitty leading up to this point. It's been okay, but just having these 2 cards are going to make it infinitely better. Really happy to see that. We got an ultra rare. It's Sylvan Charity. Unfortunately, Sylvans are not going to be playable for us. I really wish they were, because I think that would be a lot of fun if we could play that deck. Cool ultra, but not going to be making its way in. There's our second Dianea, though, so that's a nice way to round out our Traptrix core. If we don't get a third Dianea, it's whatever. I think 2 and 2 plus all the trap cards we can play is just a nice little engine. It can make rank 4s. It can pop back row. It's actually pretty decent. So we're on the last few packs. I'm pretty happy with this opening. We haven't really gotten any playable cards in the last few sets, and so it's nice to get a few rank 4s that we can actually add to the card pool. Let's flip up the last few packs. Another Xyz Universe. I will take that, actually. That's pretty good, giving us 2 now for if that ever does come up. Our second to last pack, a Phonon Pulse Dragon, probably never going to see play. And last but not least, if we could get like an Ignition or a Sanctum, that would be really cool. Enter Blathnir's cool, but I don't think we're ever going to be making rank 9s. So not too bad. We got the good rank 4s, and that's honestly at the bare minimum what I was hoping for. And we got the Dianeas as well. So I think this was like an okay opening. But let's go ahead and load up Dueling Book, ladies and gentlemen, because we have a lot of work to do.
All right, ladies and gents, this is the hodgepodge we're looking at today. I wouldn't forgive myself if I didn't at least try Dandelion in this deck. I've got to give it a shot, dude. It might just be the most broken card in the progression series, and I don't even know it yet. Paired with a card like Spore, paired with like a glow up bulb, it's bonkers. I wish I had Lone Fire. It was so easy to get. If I just got a common, couldn't unfortunately get it there, but still, I think this has some potential. Dandelion can get back with our searchable Debris Dragon here, which isn't too bad, and then of course it makes our Painful Choice even better, giving us more options to dump. If we had some of the big rollers in our hand, it just gives us way better options to be able to pop off with. Having easier access to Black Rose Dragon seems pretty good too. Still the OTK with the Magical Scientist. I'm feeling pretty alright about it. Cut a card like Sacred Sword of the 7 stars because I just don't have that many level 7s to work with. Still not going to opt to play something like Tenki because our only searchable target is Reborn Tengu. But altogether though, I think this deck was pretty good. I'm still in a scenario where I just have no idea what Alex is going to play. So the Trap Stuns are still in the main deck, still a whole bunch of countermeasure here, and then the Fairy Winds, Dice Foons all in the side deck to deal with whatever he decides to play. I have a hard time believing he's going to stick with Black Wings. There's no way. There's no way he goes for it for a third time and just gets absolutely slaughtered. Oh, new addition is Delta Flyer too, something we pulled here. This is a searchable dragon off of our Tempest, but also it is one that can adjust the level of a monster by by 1, so we can make a card like Star Eater, and since it's a level 3, we can also make Leo, which Leo isn't that bad either. Decided to plug in other syncers like Goyo, Leo, to be able to pair with our new plant engine, and I decided to cut the Gauntlet Launcher plus one of the level 6s in Crimson Sunbird, because I never brought it out with Scientist. If I'm normally summoning Scientist, I'm winning the game anyways. So that's pretty much the rundown of everything we're doing today. Still sticking with kind of this format here. I decided to cut Jinzo as another card too in the big Mega Mobius, make space for some better cards, see how it treats us today. All right, Alex, good luck, bro. You're gonna need it.
Okay, so obviously you guys can see we're not playing Blackwing this round, and I'm not sure how I feel about this. I feel like this deck could actually like really blow Gage out as long as we get to lead yoke, and although we only have one copy, we do have a plan for this. Gage has very few outs to lead yoke, and the ones he does have put lead yoke back in the extra deck, so I can just summon it again. He has very little monster removal. He's been focusing his deck very heavily on my spells and traps because I'm playing Vanity's Emptiness, Royal Oppression, and the like. So I actually decided to go a different direction. Initially, I wanted to play Barrier Stun because I figured this is a way that he has to have monster removal, and then we're sort of protecting the castle in the instance of our barrier statues. But I feel like this deck is just a little bit more consistent and doesn't get blown out to some specific cards like Mobius because we're not so reliant on the spells and traps to do the heavy lifting. Lead yoke is just a big enough problem in and of itself. So we're bringing Battling Boxers to today's duel, ladies and gentlemen. I never thought I'd be saying that, but I actually did lab with this deck quite a bit, and from my testing, Gage has very few options to deal with lead yoke. It's actually a colossal pain in the ass for him to deal with, so we'll see if it works. I mean, obviously testing is one thing and execution is another, so let's quickly do the card by card. If you've never played Battling Boxer before, the main game plan is to get 2 of our level 4 monsters onto the field, overlay into our main win condition, Battling Boxer lead yoke. It's a 2200 attack rank 4, requires 2 Battling Boxer monsters. If a Battling Boxer monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can detach an Xyz material from this card instead of destroying one of those monsters. When Xyz material is detached from this card gains 800 attack. So unless Gage specifically uses either Phoenix Wing, Wind Blast, or like Ryza to get rid of this, he has to go through 3 pieces of removal or have something attack it multiple times in order for him to clear this from my field. Now, obviously you might be thinking I only have 1 lead yoke, but Glassjaw can actually put it back into my extra deck. When it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, I can target a Battling Boxer in my graveyard, and I can add that target to my hand. And when you would add a target to your hand, it actually goes back to your extra deck in the instance of extra deck monsters. Think about like Compulsory Evacuation Device and the like. So this actually puts it back so I can reuse it again if Gage does somehow manage out at once. And so I don't really need more copies. It's actually just kind of a convenience thing, I guess, more than anything. That also means I can't establish multiple, unfortunately, but I think 1 might actually be enough because from testing, I used Gage's exact deck that he played in the previous episode, and he could barely deal with the 1 copy that I had out. And so I feel like maybe 1 is enough to get the job done, so we'll have to see. So 2 copies of Counterpunch. This is like the Colute of the deck. It's much worse because it only gains 1000 attack. It banishes, and it can be used from the hand or graveyard, which is slightly better, but it's not as good as Colute. You can't use multiple in a turn, which is unfortunate, but the extra 1000 attack can be okay, catch Gage off guard. 3 Glassjaw. This is one of the best cards in the deck. 2000 attack level 4, but it does destroy itself if it's targeted for an attack. That does trigger its effect. However, 3 copies of Headgeared. This is a Foolish Burial, so you can dump Glassjaw and then add any of your Battling Boxers from grave to hand. So that's a nice little combo there. 3 copies of Sparer. So Spar allows you to just special summon it out to the field if you control another Battling Boxer. You can conduct your battle phase for the rest of the turn. So if you do it in main phase 2, you can actually still attack first, which is important. So that's something pretty good to know. And then 3 copies of Switch Hitter. So Switch Hitter is basically the Wolf Bark. If it's normal summon, you can special summon a Battling Boxer from the graveyard, but you're locked into Battling Boxer summons for the turn if you do, which does suck, especially if we already use lead yoke, but this is one of the key ways we can actually get to this card. We are playing Magical Scientist because it just wins games by itself, and 1 copy of Sangan. Sangan can actually fetch almost everything in the deck except Glassjaw, so I figured keeping this in here is actually okay. We did pull the Battling Boxer Spirits, which is a monster reborn for the deck. It was a super rare in one of the sets that we got it in, so we're obviously going to throw it in here just because it's pretty good. Book of Moon, Dark Hole, Foolish Burial, Heavy Storm 1 for 1, Painful Choices in here, and this is actually pretty decent in our deck because we can send double Glassjaw, we can send a Counterpunch or 2, and then 1 or 2 of our other monsters, and Glassjaw is not a once per turn, so we could actually add 2 cards to our hand plus whatever Gage adds us if he doesn't realize that Glassjaw will trigger twice. At the very least, he'll give us a Glassjaw, and then Glassjaw can give us anything else that we want, so we'll get at least a +1 off of the Painful Choice, and also sets up our graveyard for Switch Hitter if we also have him as well. So it's actually pretty good. Also getting the Counterpunch engraved means we have a little bit of battle tricks up our sleeve too. Pot of Greed Regeki, double Smashing Ground, Snatch Steel, triple Upstart Goblin. I'm honestly just trying to get to Lead Yoke as fast as possible. Life points don't matter all that much. It really only matters when we're trying to go for Magical Scientist. So if we don't have it, it doesn't really matter all that much, but we can be mindful of it because we can hit a pretty high amount of damage with this card regardless. And then for the traps, Bottomless Compulse, Fiendish Chain. I'm a bit iffy on this because he is playing like Twister and cards that actually stop continuous spells and traps, but I just wanted another trap, and so I figured this one is okay. Can actually deal with some stuff like Stardust Dragon if he doesn't have an out for it, so it's fine, but I'm not expecting it to do that well. Imperial Order, Royal Oppression, Torrential, and triple Vanity's Emptiness. If I go Lead Yoke Vanity's Emptiness, I think the game's just over, but that's obviously being idealistic, but I think it could definitely happen. The extra deck is our Magical Scientist package. We have Koala. This is actually a card that could have won me the last episode, or rather the first game of the last episode, because it's a level 6 with 2800 attack. So if I had this, I could have actually been able to get the damage I needed to be able to do that big combo in the previous episode. I was playing Darkblade the Dragon Knight before, which is only 2200. This card is way bigger and much more likely to come up, but I did have to make room for some of the rank 4s because I wanted to have a diverse rank 4 toolbox, because at the very least, if Lead Yoke is gone, we do have a rank 4 deck on our hands. Blade Armor, the nice thing about this deck is all these guys are warriors, so we can play Blade Armor naturally, which makes the damage much easier to attain and a little bit scarier for Gage on top of it. If we establish Karen Gorgon plus Lead Yoke, it's game over, because then his outs for the Lead Yoke can't actually work because we can redirect like Phoenix Wing Windblast or Ryza to his cards, which would be kind of funny. So yeah, Karen Gorgon is insane. Cowboy, we have the Gaia Dragon still. Ragna Zero could come up. We have Batlin Boxer Star Cestus. I don't know if we're ever going to summon this, but if we are locked to Batlin Boxer from Switch Hitter, we can make this. It does require 3 level 4s though, so I doubt we're ever going to make it, but I am just playing it just in case. We have Shark Drake for like a crappy Boral Sword Dragon, I guess. We have Photon Paparal Operative as well as Shark Fortress for the Magical Scientist OTK. And then the side deck, we have 3 Barrier Statue of the Inferno. Yes, Gage can still summon Blaster under this, but that's the only one that he could. And all the rest of our deck is fire except for like Scientist. So if we go first, we could just side into this and Gage may not have an out for it, so it might be pretty funny. 2 Breaker for spell and trap removal, 2 DD Crow for graveyard shenanigans, 2 Kaiku for the same reason, and it's also just good against Dragon Ruler altogether. 2 Mobius if he goes into spells and traps in games 2 and 3, but a lot of Gage's back row is just like not good, and especially with a Lead Yoke, it doesn't do all that much. The only advantage to this is like preemptively forcing him to use trap stun, so that way our traps actually will work on our turn. That's one of the big reasons to play this or Breaker, but hasn't really come up because he's not playing too heavy in the spell and trap department. 2 Photon Thrasher, it's another warrior, it's 2100 attack that we can special summon, but unfortunately it doesn't really do a whole lot because our rank 4 pool isn't that great, but if we need more monsters, I wanted to have this as an option. And 2 Kaiser Coliseum. Lead Yoke plus Kaiser Coliseum is also probably just game. I'm siding it because I want to make sure I have it in for going first specifically. It's a bit of a weird card, but it doesn't actually lose to Trap Stun, which is pretty important. And so instead of playing like Necro Valley, which I can no longer play if I'm playing this deck, Kaiser Coliseum's pretty good. I'm only playing 2 because I only opened 2 in Magician's Force or whatever set that this is from, which is unfortunate, but I think if I just go Lead Yoke this, he's going to have almost no out because then he can't even swarm the field to do anything crazy. And yep, Kaiser Coliseum is Kaiser Coliseum. It's banned for a reason. But ladies and gentlemen, I am super excited for this one. I really hope the game plan comes together here so you can see what I've been seeing through all the testing I've been doing with this deck, because it's actually a lot better than you might think. And Gage's deck is kind of all over the place. This is actually like a consistent game plan. And so I feel like just because our deck is more well-rounded, his may be more explosive and high-rolly, but I think we should be able to take this one. So Team Cimo, show me your support down in the comments. We got this one right before Duelist Alliance. We have to do something crazy, and I think this is something crazy that he is never going to expect. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time to duel. Gage, I feel like I'm going into my primal state for this episode. Oh my god. I
don't even know why I let you start these episodes anymore, bro. You always come out with these trashy, stupid puns.
Do you have something better?
No, honestly, I didn't think about it. No, so I'll let you take the only one this time around, okay? People can cringe to you.
Fine. You know, since I am usually the one doing this, you could say it was the origin of the progression series that I've always led the way when we're starting these off. But Primal Origin, though, actually a pretty good set, I would say. We've had some sets that were kind of top-heavy and not really the best overall, and you managed to still pull Godly anyway. You know. But I feel like in every rarity slot, there was at least a couple cards in Primal Origin that were pretty good. good for us. What do you think?
Primal Origin's definitely not a bad set too. Like still coming out of like Legacy of the Valiant where you have all like the generic rank 4s and everything. It is still a little bit like lackluster compared to it, but you have a lot of like different things that came into meta. Like artifacts, bro. Artifacts are nuts when they first got released. I remember that.
It's interesting when you look at some of the cards here. I forgot how many of the generic Xyz came from this set, and some of them actually still see a lot of play today, like Enter Blathnir and stuff like that. It's like that was Primal Origin, and you look back and you're like, huh, that's actually pretty good. So it doesn't hold a candle to Duelist Alliance next week, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Next week is going to be a very exciting episode, but this will be just kind of the prelude to it. We'll see what the meta is going to look like before it shakes up again with a new set. I'm excited.
I'm excited as well. You ready, buddy? I'm ready to get into this.
Let's do it.
All right, let's shout out our patron. I saw this one. I usually say we do a random patron, but we're going to shout out the Age of Gage. Thank you for your support. Thank you for making that your patron name. I love when people do that. I think that is fantastic.
He knows, bro.
And now it's time for the... He does know. He does know. Ooh.
Pick something different. What are you doing?
Damn it! I broke. I broke.
All right.
I picked it like right when you said that too. So.
All right, bud. Well, I'm gonna stick with the good old tried and true. Going first seems the way to be.
All right. That seems to be how it goes. Good luck, buddy.
You're
gonna need it.
Good luck. Wow. What the fuck is this?
Oh, I love to hear that. That's a great way to start an episode.
I'll set 2 cards. And I'll just end my turn. Go ahead, Duelist.
I'll draw. Got anything for me?
Nope, you're good.
Okay. We'll go to main 1. I'm going to start with an Upstart Goblin.
Sure, I'll gain 1,000.
Okay. Sets a couple and passes. Obviously, your hand isn't that good. All right, well, this is going to give away what I'm playing, Gage, and I can't wait to see your reaction to this when I edit this. I'm going to normal summon Batlin Boxer Headgear.
Yo, somewhere MBT is losing his shit, bro. You're playing the Boxers. Oh, man. Okay, all right.
No Watlock. No Watlock. We are playing Batlin Boxer.
All right, Batlin Boxer Headgeared is cool. You're good to go.
Okay, we're going to use that effect. Is that fine?
That's fine, yep.
All right, we're going to dump a copy of Counterpunch to the grave.
Yep.
I'm going to go to battle. I'm going to swing into this. Let's see what we got.
It's Dandelion, and I'm going to...
You pulled the fucking... Are you serious?
It sure is, bro. I want to trigger that Dandelion.
It's an ulti, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my God.
Dandy, give me those 2 tokens.
Oh, Christ. Well, I have to worry about that now. Fantastic. All right, I'll go to main 2, and I'm going to set 4 cards face down.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll draw.
It's an ulti, dude. Unbelievable.
I know. I'm just kind of lucky, bro. Stand by.
Unbelievable.
All right. 4 back row, huh? That's.
Yeah, it's a few, isn't it? It's nice not having to play around Heavy Storm.
Yeah, must be.
I mean, you could just pass with 2 fluff tokens up. I'm okay with that.
Shut up, bro. I'm just gonna try to game you here. I'm gonna flip up Trap Stun.
Yeah, all right. If you can game me, you can game me.
Awesome, let's go for it. I'm going to activate Juan for Juan, and I'm going to pitch Reborn Tengu.
Yep, it's pretty good.
All right, let's bring out the Signs, man. Okay. Scientist, okay.
Scientist is fine.
Okay. How do I do this?
Yeah, you got those fluff tokens on your field, so I'm actually curious exactly how you're going to kill me here.
I'll normal summon Delta Flyer.
What? Okay, Dragon Tuner. I could see why you would play this. Okay, so... yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to Delta Flyer. I'm going to bump a token up to level 2.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to synchro with these into Goyo Guardian.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Goyo's not that bad. I'm going to activate Scientist. I'll pay 1,000.
Sure.
Kabanaula Warrior.
Okay.
1,000 from Scientist.
Sure.
Kabanaula Warrior.
Make the blade armor.
Yep. Big Blade. Scientist. Summon Deep Sea. Scientist again. Summon Cybersaurus.
Okay.
Crimson Shadow.
Okay.
Scientist. I'll bring out Ryu Senshi.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Okay. I'm going to activate Blade Armor Ninja. I'm going to make it so my Crimson Shadow can attack twice.
Okay.
I'll go Battle Phase.
Sure.
I'll crash this Ryu Senshi. Well, it's not crash, but I'll attack this Ryu Senshi into your headgear.
Okay. So I am going to... In damage step, I'm going to banish my counterpunch.
Okay.
So now they are the same. And then Batlin Boxer Headgeared can once per turn not be destroyed by battle.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. So I'll lose my Ryu Senshi, no problem.
Correct.
I'll attack you with Blade Armor Ninja.
Okay, so I will take 200 from that.
Attack you with 24. 24. Oh my god.
You're a little bit short, buddy.
I should have put that scientist
in attack.
Oh,
how
god.
Unfortunate.
I don't know if it's gonna matter, dude. I honestly feel like I have this game locked up. Well, more power to you if you can crack this, bro. Honestly.
I mean, that's gonna be the bigger problem.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
Go ahead. Good luck.
We'll draw. It's not bad. All right, I'm gonna normal summon a Batlin Boxer headgear.
Yep, he's good.
I'm gonna activate the headgear.
Sure.
I'm gonna chain torrential.
Sure. Chain Link 3. I will chain Crimson Shadow.
Sure. Targeting.
It doesn't target. It's just face-up ninjas can't be destroyed by card effects or battle.
Sure. Oh, it's just face-up ninjas. Period.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Does that resolve?
Yep, it
All right,
resolves.
so I'm gonna lose Goyo and I'm gonna lose the scientist. No problem.
I will dump a glass jaw.
Yep.
Trigger glass jaw. I'll add the headgear back to my hand.
Yep.
I'll just set and pass. Go ahead.
Draw. Stand by main. Main okay?
Yep.
Battle.
Sure.
Game.
Compulse the blade armor.
Okay, that's fine. Game.
Yeah, you got it.
I was gonna say, bro, it's only a matter of time.
I wish I was so close to being it so that it wasn't a problem. But
easy game one, bro. Scientist just that good.
Easy game one. Trap stun scientist.
It's just that good. It's just that good.
It's that good. You know, a trap stun magical scientist, when I opened 4 trap cards, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that, to be honest. I'm surprised I lived the turn.
Yep.
I mean, I was thinking in my head that torrential would be able to clear everything except one of the ninjas, but I forgot it protects all of the ninjas. And so slight miscalculation, unfortunately, but you know, it is what it is sometimes.
It is the combo. Yeah, no, unfortunately, it's just, I have it. I put you on, you better have Book of Moon, because that's like the only thing that's going to stop me when I flip
Pretty much, right. And especially since Book of Moon's limited in our format on top of it, it's just like that's why trap stun's just so powerful. But I'll go first.
Right.
We'll see what happens. Good luck to you, buddy.
Good luck, duelist.
Not looking too bad to start with. Okay, I will go ahead and normal summon a Glassjaw.
Yep, Glassjaw's cool.
Special summon a Sparrer.
Sure.
And you know what that means,
yep,
Gage.
Big lead yoke, bro. Big lead yoke.
Not in defense. Not in defense. In
Not
attack.
in defense, attack. Okay, understandable.
I'll set one and pass the turn.
I'll draw. Stand by main.
Now you get to play out the lead yoke.
Yep. Lead yoke's a hell of a card, dude. Your lead yoke is scary.
It's actually kind of legit. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll just set 2 and pass, man. That lead yoke. Go ahead.
It's kind of good, right? Anything standby?
Nope, you're good.
All right, we'll go to main 1. Gage better have it.
Oh god, I do have it. That's so unfortunate though. Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I wanted that for the lead yoke.
What are you gonna pick here?
Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, I guess
you gonna
I have
put
to.
scientists
I have
to the top?
I have to.
Wow.
I don't have a choice.
That's so unfortunate. Okay, that's fine. I'll just go to battle. Hit for 22.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it. 22.
Yep. Go ahead, buddy.
Stand by main. Oh man, now you got scientist on the top. What do I do?
It's like lead yoke's already bad enough, but then if scientist is in the mix on top of it, it makes it even more complicated.
Oh my, Alex.
The few cards you actually have to out yoke, you also can out with scientist. So it's like pick your poison, motherfucker. To be fair, you're not dead.
Yeah, that's a plus at least, but. All right, let's see how this goes. I'll activate at the start of my main phase Cold Wave.
I will chain oppression.
Oh, fuck off!
This is like the god combo. I don't give a fuck about scientists. Good luck with this.
Okay, well now you're under oppression, so. Oh, you can.
I mean, I have yoke. I don't care about oppression.
Well, no, I mean, like, yeah, if you summon scientists though, and you just keep triggering it, you just drain me from life. I don't know what to do.
I don't care. Like, you have to deal with yoke under oppression. Like, that's already bad enough for you.
Okay, in response to oppression,
you have a twister.
I have another trap stun.
Oh, you have a trap stun. Wow,
yeah, so I'm
that's
gonna flip
desperate.
Trap stun. I'm gonna normal summon my own scientist.
Well, good thing I got in that hit for 22 then.
Yeah,
jeez.
right.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna pay 2 off a scientist.
All right.
I'm gonna summon my 2 level 5s.
Okay. You're gonna wall up with shadow armor.
What else am I supposed to do? Oh.
Defensive shadow armor ninja, more like it.
Okay, so here's what happens. Next turn, you go normal summon scientist. You keep paying, and it forces me to oppression it. So what I have to do, I think, is I'm gonna go battle phase. I gotta put the scientist into your lead yoke.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm basically gonna do that anyway.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll draw. It could be literally anything.
Literally
Gage.
anything.
I'll let you know.
It could even be
literally
scientist.
anything. Could even be scientist. All right. So obviously Shadow Ninja can protect itself. So that does buy you a little bit of time. I will give you that. I'm going to go ahead and normal summon a headgeared, trigger headgeared.
Yep.
With headgeared, I'm going to go ahead and dump myself a copy of Counterpunch.
Yep.
Now, I'll go to battle. I might as well just force you to waste a material here.
Yep, that is what I'm gonna do.
Okay, and then with that, I'll just pass the turn. Go ahead.
Draw.
This is basically Swords of Revealing Light out of the extra deck.
Yep. Fucking oppression. Oh my god.
It's a card. It's a hell of a card.
Go ahead, set pass.
Okay, we'll draw. That's not too bad, actually. What would you set? All right, well, I got a Glassjaw for you.
Yep.
I'm going to go to battle. I'm going to start by hitting Glassjaw into the Shadow Ninja.
Yeah, I'm gonna detach to keep it alive.
Yeah, I'm going to waste that material. Let's hit into this now with Lead Yoke.
It's bulb.
Bulb, which isn't doing much right now.
Nope, not with oppression.
Not with oppression. I'm kind of fine just keeping my headgeared in attack, so I think I'll do that. I'll pass the turn. Go ahead. This might be your last turn here, buddy.
I'll draw. I'll activate Glow Up Bulb. I'll mill a card. Oh, wow. No. You want to let me summon that bulb?
No, I'll negate it if you'll allow me.
I figured, yep.
Unless you got 9 more special summons, I feel like I'm fine.
I'm going to banish Bulb and Cybersaurus.
For Redox?
I'm going to attempt to summon Redox from hand.
Defensive Redox, hell yeah.
Is he okay?
Can't let that happen, so we'll negate that one too.
Yep. I can't win. Wow, dude, that's oppression lead yoke. That's all right. All right, you got this one. All right.
Not bad.
It's not bad. Jesus, dude. Yep. Lead yoke's a hell of a card, dude. Lead yoke plus oppression, just a little bit better. That's detrimental, dude. I couldn't get around that. No way.
It's pretty good. It's like actually surprisingly decent against your deck. I was kind of shocked when I came up with this, but yeah.
All right, well, we'll see how this game 3 goes. I think it's going to be interesting. I'm going to go first.
This is going to be a crazy one. All right, good luck, buddy.
Good luck, duelist. Oh, man.
See what you got.
Stand by main. Well, I opened up pretty okay. I'll start it off with a Pot of Greed.
Okay, you milled that last time.
Yeah. So this time I get to use it. It's only fair.
You get to use it. Fair.
I'll activate Reactin, and I'll pitch Stream from my hand.
Okay, special summon your Redox. That's fine.
Give me a nice big Redox.
Big, bulky boulder.
He is thick. Set a card. Set 2 back row, and end the turn. Go ahead.
2 back row. All right, I'll draw. You got anything?
Nope, you're good.
All right, main 1. Oh, this is going to be fun, Gage. I have a card that you're going to be very familiar with. I'm going to activate Painful Choice.
Yep. That's a good one. Yep.
It works in my deck just like it does yours.
Show me. Let me see what it can do for you.
Okay, it's going to go that. I'm pretty much dumping anything anyway, so I don't think it matters all that much here. We will dump a Sparrer, I guess, and we'll dump a Headgeared as well.
Shit.
So
okay.
Take your pick.
You can take a Glassjaw.
Okay, I'll take a Glassjaw. I'll trigger the other Glassjaw, and I think I'll add a copy of Sparrer to my hand.
Okay.
No, I'm actually going to take the Headgeared.
Okay.
We'll dump this Sparrer back to the graveyard. Okay, so it's not as crazy as your Painful Choice, obviously, but it sets me up pretty nicely, so it's okay. All right, so Redox is thick. You set something as well. What could you have? All right, let's start with a Glassjaw.
Yep.
I'm going to go to battle. Let's find out what this set is.
All right, it is the ever-familiar Dandy.
Fair. So you're going to get your fluff tokens.
Get my 2 fluffs, yep.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so then I'll go to main 2. I'm going to special summon Sparrer.
Okay.
I'm going to overlay and make the Yoki boy.
Yep, big yoke.
Big yoke indeed. I think with that, I'll just set a card, and I'll pass it over to you.
Sounds like a plan. I'll draw.
Redox goes back to your hand.
It does. Good eye. Whoops. Main 1. All right, well... I don't got much I can do. Go ahead. Your turn.
Really? What?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. Interesting. I'll draw. Nothing he can do. I'll fire Upstart. Is that fine?
That's fine. I'll gain 1,000 here.
Sure. Interesting. All right, I'm going to normal summon Headgeared.
Okay.
I'm thinking if I want to trigger it. I'm not going to trigger Headgeared.
Okay.
I'm going to go to battle.
Sure.
I'm just going to kill the fluffs off.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'll go to main 2.
Yep.
I will activate Batlin Boxer Spirits, targeting the Glass Jaw, excuse me. It's in my graveyard.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Comes in defense. Oh, I have to mill a card too. Excuse me. Oh, that would have been okay. Gonna overlay here for a new card, actually, Gage.
Oh, it's not another lead joke.
Karen
Gorgon! Yo! That's kind of hot!
It's pretty good! Go ahead!
Oh, fuck, that's crazy.
Pretty good.
I'll draw. Oh my god. Standby main.
Sure.
I'll set a card.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pass. Go ahead.
Okay, we'll draw. Anything?
No, you're good.
All right, I'm going to normal summon Switch Hitter. Trigger Switch Hitter.
Oh god, you're getting crazy.
Yeah, we're getting kind of nuts.
That's fine.
We're going to bring back our good old friend Sparer.
Yep.
I'm going to go to battle.
Yep.
So my math is right. This is a lot. Let me think here. So let's go 12.
Okay, I'll take 12.
15.
Sure.
I'm going to go 24.50.
Okay, I'll take 24.5.
Okay. And then we'll go for 22.
22 is okay.
Damage step, I will banish the counter punch in my grave for an
Sure,
extra 1,000.
Take another 1,000. I'm down to 650. Oh,
Okay.
shit. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, you're good. Okay. I know. Yep.
Yeah, your lucky counter punch is only once per turn.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
double collude
Yeah.
you like you're usually used to losing to. Oh man, that would be funny though. That'd be funny. I will go to main 2. God, I have you on such a low life total now. Let me think. You're very low. I am gonna upstart here.
Okay, I'll get 1,000.
And with that, I shall pass the turn. Go ahead.
Okay, I need something crazy.
If
I'll
that
draw.
upstart is the difference, like, so be it. But I had to dig for something.
Stand by main.
Was it crazy?
You know, I don't think so. Oh, that's not how that fucking works. All right, well, I'm going to banish Reactin in stream, and then I'm going to summon this Redox in defense.
Okay.
I'm going to set a card, and I'm going to end my turn. Go ahead.
To be fair, Redox does wall up a little bit. We'll draw. Main 1 fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose I could have just waited a turn and done that, but that's okay. All right, what could you possibly have? What could you possibly have? All right, I kind of like this. I feel like this forces something. I'm going to overlay.
Yep.
Photon Papilloperative.
Oh, fuck. No, you had to make this even harder. Oh, my God.
Let's go, buddy. Let's play some
Oh,
cards.
man.
What do
Give
you
me a
got
minute.
for this?
Give me a minute.
You're going to have to think long and hard about this one.
I'll activate Raigeki Break.
Okay.
I'm going to pitch Trap Stun. I'm going to target Karen Gorgon.
Targeting Karen Gorgon. Okay, now I have to think. Okay, I'll chain Karen Gorgon.
What would you like to redirect to?
I'm going to redirect it to Lead Yoke.
Okay. I'm going to chain Fiendish Chain. I'm going to target Karen Gorgon.
Okay, I'll chain Karen Gorgon again and target Photon Papilloperative.
Okay, I'm going to chain Wing Blast.
Oh my god!
I'm going to target Lead Yoke.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all I got. That's everything.
That's all I got too. Okay, so chain resolves.
Okay,
so
wait.
Lead Yoke goes back to the extra.
Okay, and
Karen Gorgon redirects Fiendish Chain to Pappy.
And then Raigeki Break attempts to redirect it to...
Karen Gorgon, or excuse me, Lead Yoke, which is no longer a valid target.
Yeah, so yeah, Raigeki Break just resolves without effect.
Right. And so now my Pappy is under the Fiendish Chain.
Correct.
Okay. That's pretty good.
It only costed me my entire back row to do it, but...
Basically, yeah, it costed you literally everything to actually get that far. So, you know, it was worth something. Hope that last back row is a twister, Gage.
Oh, you! I worked so hard! Oh, man. Yep.
Well, I mean, you
That's
could
just
still
the
have
way it
something.
goes. Yep.
So, let's see what you got.
I got a quick concede, bro. That was...
man.
the battling boxers, bro. Leo.
They came in.
I gotta be honest,
came
bro.
in clutch.
I didn't expect that Karen Gorgon. That Karen Gorgon fucked me up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
When I pulled this, I realized in the testing that Karen Gorgon Lead Yoke is like almost unbeatable.
Oh, yeah,
It is
no-
so good.
I was just
It
like,
is
you know what?
so
Yeah,
strong.
bring out another rank 4. I was like, I don't care, whatever. I got the Phoenix Wing Blast for Lead Yoke. I was living large. I was like, bring out whatever you want. I got the Raigeki Break. But then you brought out Karen Gorgon. I was like, oh my god.
Yep.
I'm just, and then I read Karagorn. I'm like, Karagorn is not once per chain. It's not once per turn either.
It's crazy. The card is so good. What was your back row?
Oh, trap stun.
Oh, it was a trap stun.
Yeah.
Okay, so in all fairness, I did have a follow-up to make lead yoke again, although I couldn't have done it this turn because switch hitter, you can only summon Battling Boxers the entire turn. So because I committed to the Pappy, I couldn't have done this turn. But like, I feel like regardless of the Snatch Steal, I know everyone in the competition is gonna be like, oh, Snatch Steal won Cimoooooooo another game.
No. You won that one totally fair and square. That Karagorn, like I said, that Karagorn was a game changer.
Yeah, it was pretty clutch. And maybe I should have like changed, like if I would have like done the redirecting effects differently. Although I feel like I kind of had to. I couldn't have put Fiendish Chain onto Yoke because then Yoke would have actually died. Yeah. Although then if I did, then Papal Operative could have just switched Redox to attack and you were dead anyway. So it literally would have resulted in the same thing at that point. The other line I had, if Yoke survived, I had the second counterpunch in my hand. Okay. So I was just going to Yoke hit over your Redox regardless and then just hit with the rest of the guys anyway. I was trying to use Pappy to bait something before I went that line first, though. I figured that would be a little bit better. And then I also drew Compulse for turn anyway, so like I feel like I had something to actually... Yeah, I mean, I tested this like rather extensively against your deck. I used your deck from the previous episode and just kind of like just solitaired it, I guess, and just tried to figure out like what you would do. And your deck has a very difficult time dealing with lead yoke. Like you have very few outs to it. It's basically like Wing Blast Ryza exclusively.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like unless you specifically waste 3 pieces of removal to out it. And what's funny is even if you go Wing Blast or Ryza, you put it back in the extra deck, and I'm able to just make it again. So it's not like it goes anywhere. I only have 1 yoke.
Okay. Yep.
So I was a bit worried about that. What's nice though is that Glassjaw can actually put lead yoke back in the extra deck.
Oh, it can.
Yeah. So that's actually a nice way to work around the fact I only have 1. If you banish it, I'm screwed. But obviously, there's not many cards that we have that banish. So I think like maybe I mean, if you go back to Karma Cut, I guess.
Fucking Dark Core, bro. Bringing it back. Dark Core.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I mean, I was impressed by this. The first game, I was like, God, this was probably the biggest mistake to play this deck. And then the second and third games, it started actually picking up. I was pleasantly surprised.
Dude, I got lucky with the Astral pack. I pulled that Dandy. You know what I didn't get though, and it's in the common slot? I still didn't get a fucking Lone Fire.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, dude, the game does not want me to have a Lone Fire in the progression series. So I knew even just one episode, I had to at least play the Dandy and see how good it was. Paired with like a searchable Debris Dragon and stuff, I was like, it's got to do something pretty good, right? But I did a lot of weird changes and everything. I kept those Tengus in and everything.
The Delta Flyer too.
Delta Flyer was a
new
little
change.
Yeah, that was different. But I was also playing Leo and everything too. Wow.
Leo's pretty annoying for us to deal with in this format. Yeah. Just things that are immune to, like your Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja, right? Like that's basically your lead yoke equivalent. It's just a little bit weaker. But like that card, I mean, we have such few outs to it that it can just sit on the board and do nothing most of the time. And like most of the time, lead yoke just kind of sat there, and that's just what he does. And that's why the card is like this. Even back like in the day, like Battling Boxer was like this really decent budget deck that people could pick up because the deck was like all commons and like lead yoke was a rare,
It was
and
all
I actually
lead yoke's the star of the show too. Lead yoke was nuts back in the day. It's nuts now. Really good card. I'm pretty sure that's back in the day. Compulse was also at 1 because that was a common out to Draco Sack during the Dragon Order format too. And I think it was put to 1. And that was also helping out lead yoke a little bit too because you couldn't just bounce back the lead yoke.
Right. I mean, yeah, we are just playing with it at 1 because we're playing by the ban list. I did also pull the Battling Boxer Spirits. It was a super rare, not from this set, but from like a set or 2 ago. And this is just Monster Reborn, so it's an extender. And I'm like, okay, well, at least I have like a little bit of follow-up too. And my Painful Choice definitely helped me out here. I will say that. But
your Painful Choice, it may not be as strong as mine, but like Painful Choice dumping multiple Glassjaw and being able to trigger them, I'll admit that's pretty fucking sick. Like that's kind of cool. So
yeah, and it sets up a counter punch too on top of it. So like it gets me 3 cards effectively, and so it's like a +2 essentially. And again, it's not going to end on Felgrand Stardust or OTK like your Painful Choice can do, but it's one of the few decks I can play Painful Choice in and actually get some decent advantage off of it just because of the way Glassjaw works. And so I thought it was pretty cool. But I mean, the rest of my deck was just if you've seen a Battling Boxer deck before, it was basically that plus Magical Scientist, I guess. So you got the Dandelion. Did you get anything else besides that in your Astral packs? Or
I got like Titanial and a Magical Merchant. That's about it.
Hey, you got the Magical
I know
Merchant.
I can finally legally play it. Isn't that crazy? No, out of that I didn't get nothing. And then Primal Origin. I don't think I got anything crazy out of Primal Origin. Dude.
No?
That Primal Origin was poop.
No, my Karen Gorgon was clutch. You didn't get a Ragna Zero?
I did, but yeah, that's
okay.
That's like, yeah, you know what? It's
I guess
okay,
you're not playing 4s whatsoever.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
to you, Ragna Zero doesn't really. I mean, I guess your babies are 4s,
Or
but
like
Ragna
Tengu,
Zero
but
still
like,
could force a material off of the lead yoke potentially if its attack is different. So I mean, it's not that great, but it's something. The one thing I was happy with Primal Origin, I got these 2 rank 4s, which gave me actually somewhat of a rank 4 pool because my rank 4 pool is god awful. And yeah, I mean, I also had this guy too, which I never summoned and probably never will, but it's another Batlin box.
Oh, speaking of numbers too, you know what else I got? I got the 7th one in this set.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was looking at it, I was like, man, imagine like the hero moment you top deck that. I don't have anything to like be able to summon with it, but like I knew you had Tachyon
man.
Dragon. Did you get your upgraded Tachyon Dragon?
I did not get upgraded Tachyon
okay.
Dragon, nor did I get 7. I told you, I think a few episodes ago, not on camera, that if I pulled 7th one, I would play it just because I have Tachyon Dragon.
I honestly thought about it too.
Sick.
I was like, man, how clutch would it be to like top deck the 7th one and just fucking flex it? But like, I don't have anything I can summon with it, so I was like, I can't bother with it.
Because it's so specific.
Oh yeah,
there's
it's
only
like what is it, number 101 through 107? Something real specific like that.
Right, and you need both forms of it on top of it, and they're all like high rarity most of the time. I actually think maybe Ragna Zero and Ragna Affinity would work, and those were both rares. But I guess you could do. I don't know if Ragna Affinity.
Man, I don't even know what Ragna Affinity does, dude.
I don't even know either, but I don't think it's very good. This is a very great way to close out this era of Yu-Gi-Oh, though, because we're going into Pendulum now, Gage. Can you believe it? We're already done with... I mean, Xyz aren't going anywhere, like, let's be honest. But I think this might be the most Xyz summoning we've done in, like, a single episode between the two of us. And, you know, this is Yu-Gi-Oh, right? We had some Synchro summoning in the Synchro era, some Xyz summoning in the Xyz era, and who knows, maybe Pendulums are going to take over in Duelist Alliance format. Maybe not necessarily that set, but there's a few archetypes that could make their way, and I think it would be interesting to see how that plays out.
I'm very curious. I'm very excited to see the birthday here of Progression Series, Duelist Alliance.
Right?
Dude, I don't know if we've been good parents to the series now that I'm thinking about it. Like, our child's been through a lot of trauma. Multiple OTKs, Dragon Roller format, double CED. I don't know, man. We're not fit for this parenting thing. Like,
was Counterpunch giving you some good PTSD of Kalu?
Oh, God, dude. Oh, man, it never ends. Damage step.
That was another way I could have killed you as well, is if I didn't upstart in the previous turn, and if you didn't do anything with Spar and Switch Hitter with the Papal Operative, I could have just made Cowboy instead and burned you.
That's
for
what
the
I was
last
curious
800.
about. I was like, why didn't you make Cowboy? And then I realized, like, Switch Hitter locks you into the Battling Boxers.
Correct.
So I was like, I do get another turn, but, like, no, I think upstarting and digging for a card was good, because, I mean, you pretty much had a read on the rest of my hand. Like, since I just passed, like, 2 turns straight, it's like, I don't have any gas. I don't have anything I can do.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, I couldn't think of any way the 1,000 life points would matter. Like, Oppression, like, whatever, Magical Scientist. You're not doing anything with one summon off of Scientist. So I figured it was worth it. But, I mean, I know everyone's going to be like, oh, Sibo could have Cowboy, whatever. You know, we had to play assuming that we were still going to lose potentially. Because if you draw Painful Choice, you were back in this game real quick.
Yep, definitely would have been. Yep. Oh, man. That Karen Gorgon, dude, I'm not going to be able to get over that. That was clutch, dude. Karen Gorgon's so nice.
Karagorgon's sick. I love this card. The artwork is so awesome. But yeah, I'm excited for next episode, Gage. If there's a set that could force both of us to change our decks, it's Duelist Alliance. And I don't think we can say that about many sets.
Nope. Don't think we can.
So guys, that's going to do it for this episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series. Be sure to tune in next time for the 1-year anniversary. I still can't believe it's already been a year since we started this. Yep. It's insane, and it is going to be a great way to celebrate because Duelist Alliance is arguably one of the best sets ever created, and I cannot wait to see what we pull out of that. Gage, if you pull Broken, I'm probably screwed.
Oh man, we'll see. You have to pull real Broken to really get something done here, but it's going to be exciting to see. I'm very excited to see Duelist Alliance. Just such an incredible set in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. It's really going to be interesting to see how it shakes up the Progression Series.
Absolutely. So we have to shout out our patrons as always. So shouts to Shadow1317, Shot Alling, Juder, Shotagonist, and Gayoko, Cameron Smith, Joshua Schlee, Tim00x3, Ika Ironfang, Pony Stark, Ian Musa, Michael Dente, Dan the Man Hoban, Part 2 Synchro Guide, Mystic Walk, Sylvia Wild, Strayconic, Dollywop, Dragonlord, Ian Natai Jarvis Martin, Logan Thomas, Peter Gregory, Thomas Nelson, Emil Cohen, Jordan Coons, Kelvin, Iron Bladesman, Pure Ace, Jesse Wood, True Nerdgasm, Benjamin Fuller, Brother Paul, Chris Hood, Damage Damage Step Kalute, Henry Roaming, Lumpy, Nehru Celeste, Shane Reese, Cole T, David Liu, Rockly325, Lane Rogers, Brett Havey, Sky Rose, Dylan Hunter, Garthox DOW, Gigabyte9436, and Dace Allen. Thank you all so much for watching the video, and we will see you in Duelist Alliance.